Hello. Okay, so this is what you are going to be doing on your 15 by 15 cardboard paper or 20 by 20, depends. You want to do a throw pillow. You draw your style lines, the curves, the zigzag, any design of your choice. You indicate your balance marks. Make sure it is perpendicular on your line. You label your balance marks. Remember to label your balance marks. Now you cut out the pattern. Separate the patterns. As we go further, when we are doing it on our bodies or gowns or something, you may have more than two parts, but with this paper now we are going to be having only two parts, so you separate them. This one has two parts. You can separate them. Because they are going to place them on different fabric. I prefer contrasting colors. It makes it look come out very fine. So you have different colors. So you are going to place your patterns on the fabric you want to sew. Now remember, you are not expected to draw your design directly on the fabric you want to sew. You are not expected to draw your design directly on the fabric you want to sew. Alright, this is a pattern. We are using cardboard paper here, but if you can decide later on, you can see that you can use calico or any other fabric to do the design, create the pattern, make your designs first before you transfer it to the actual fabric you want to use. Transfer your balance mark to the fabric. Add your seam allowance, your sewing allowance. Now the sewing allowance should not be more than 1 cm. If you cannot sew less than, you cannot sew 0.5 cm or 0.75 cm, try not to allow your balance mark to be more than 1 cm, please. This allows you to sew properly and more easily than struggling with a very big sewing allowance. Mark the corners. Always mark the corners, especially for the pointed seams. The corners or the valleys, mark them. You can just place a dot on it. The tips of the triangles, mark them. You cut the pattern out with on your fabric, cut it out. Okay, when putting it together, when pinning it together, please ensure the balance marks meet. You will notice that some parts that will seem longer than the other part. What you need to do, you nip or you notch the shorter areas to make it fit. You can notch that while you are sewing, and this will help you to flatten the design when you are done. So you have to iron them, press it down properly. I always recommend you start pressing from the back side before you press on the right side. Okay, now so you can join your zigzag design. Always start from one side. Always start from one side. There are different lines, so just start on one line. Ensure your balance mark meets at the right place. When your balance mark meet and your dots at the corners meet, it makes it easy for you to work. Okay, when they don't meet, it gives you difficult trying to pivot at the corners there. And please, you have to sew the lines first before you cut into the corners. Do not cut into the corners before you sew. Always sew first from dot on the line to the other dot before you cut the corners. You see that? You see that? Okay, then you pivot. You turn the fabric to the other side and continue sewing. Do not, I repeat, do not cut the corners before you sew. Always sew on the line first before you cut the corners. This will make things very easy for you. Okay? You can practice this as many times as possible. Why am I saying this? In the future, you are going to see a lot of this. So this is the throw pillow made by Uncle Sirac. Alright, so you can do something like that. Use your fabric the way you like.